Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we get ready for Christmas at the Fox Theater, enjoy fun winter activities in the D, and then we take a tour of the Park West Gallery, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
The holidays in the D go hand in hand with the holidays at the Fox Theater. Now this Detroit beauty landmark gets all decked out for the holidays and has been a part of family traditions for decades, with shows over the years like the Radio City Christmas Spectacular featuring the world famous Rockettes, Irving Berlin's White Christmas, and the Moscow Ballet's Great Russian Nutcracker. So let's hear some fond memories and new memories in the making of holidays at the Fox from families in the D.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Fox Theater, the gem of Detroit.
Hi, I'm Doug from Toledo, Ohio.
And I'm Sandy, and I live with this guy, my husband, and we're in Toledo.
I was stunned from the moment we parked the car till now. It's been nothing but high excitement, excellent service.
Can you imagine? We're going to see the Russian ballet. I mean, I can't believe it. I'm thrilled.
We're all here at the Fox from Warren, from Sterling Heights, and from Clinton Township. This is our third year here for the suite, and this is becoming really a family tradition.
We come all the time to see all the great holiday shows. I love it. You can't just have a holiday without coming down to the Fox. It's just amazing.
This gorgeous tree makes quite a statement when you come in the lobby. It's up here on the promenade level, and it is just breathtaking. Well, I love all the big bulbs and the decorations and the color scheme they went with. So festive and Christmassy.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Grand Blanc. Hi, I'm Michelle from Rochester. We brought a Christmas gift for our mom this year. She's never been to the Fox Theater, and she's always wanted to see the Nutcracker. When we got in the car, she didn't know where we were going, and so she was very excited. And then when she found out, her eyes filled with tears, and it's been a memorable Christmas. We'll never forget it. Yeah, never.
When I came here and I stood in the atrium, I had such a fond memory of Fox Theater. My son and daughters, they come every Christmas, and I wanted to do something good for them. So we came here, and they enjoy being here because the venue is so great, and of course the Moscow Ballet. We enjoyed looking at the show.
They've got two Nutcrackers here, very appropriate for one of the shows they've got going on this holiday season. And of course, I just love seeing everybody dressed up in their Sunday best. The little girls have on the prettiest dresses. The little boys all look so handsome with their suit and ties on. And of course, everybody else is all decked out for the holidays as well.
Hi, I'm Phil from New Zealand, and this is Emma from New Zealand. It's beautiful, yeah. As soon as she got in there, she's just looking at the ceiling, hasn't stopped, so it's been great. It's leaving a great impression of Detroit on us, and Emma as well.
We're trying to make it a tradition to come every year so that one of our children get used to coming and experiencing this beautiful theater.
The school, Everest Academy, makes the trip here, and we love it. And it's creating memories not only for the girls, but for the mothers and their daughters. And that's what brought us back this year.
And if you miss one of the Fox's Christmas shows, you can still come here while it's still decorated for the holidays and see a variety of other shows, such as Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls! Hi, I'm Marcus from Latham Village, Michigan. My family and I are here enjoying the Dreamgirls play. I'm enjoying the Dreamgirls. I've been to a few of them, and I was just commenting earlier that you won't find buildings being built like this anymore. And the whole aesthetics, everything, the details of it is just wonderful.
I was the little girl always here for Sesame Street every year, or Elmo Live. Hi, I'm Carla Shaw from Greater Grace Temple in Detroit, Michigan. We're having a wonderful time.
Hi, I'm Celeste Williams, also from Greater Grace. I'm from Iowa originally, but I'm a Detroiter now.
Yay! My most fun holidays experience here was several years back. I saw Frankie Beverly and Maze. The Whispers had a wonderful time. We were down front. It was just the best.
Oh, the Fox is fabulous. It's gorgeous. The architecture is just, it's royal, it's classy, and I just love to be here.
If you have not yet seen a holiday show at the Fox Theater, well, then there's no better time than the present to start a great new family tradition.
We love the Nutcracker.
We love the Nutcracker.
Very graceful, elegant, wonderful.
Merry Christmas from the Fox Theater.
It may be winter here in the D, but there are plenty of things to do, both inside and out, like in our surrounding communities of Metro Detroit, like right here in Northville. There are plenty of things to do. There's shopping, or you can drop into one of the many restaurants and coffee shops and spend a carefree day. Or head outside and take advantage of all the recreational activities. And if you like to hit the slopes, we've got skiing too. Take a look. This is where all the runs converge.
Yep. This is the top of Pine Knob.
Wow, you can see that.
Exactly. Right down there is downtown Detroit in that area.
So a clear day, you could see Detroit?
Absolutely. You can see the skyline of Detroit from here, no problem. This is the highest point in Oakland County. You can get to about 12 or 15 runs from where we're standing right here at the top of the mountain. The blue runs, the more difficult runs, and of course the black runs are the most difficult runs. So there's a race hill, there's the mogul field, there's the wall, and several other, black or expert sort of runs that you can access from here, as well as the intermediate runs.
This will be my next step.
That's correct. That's correct. Once you get comfortable with the beginner runs where we were this morning, we would take the chair and come on up here, and this would be the run. And you see the bottom flattens out. So it's a nice, long, intermediate run.
Okay.
Nice and wide at the bottom. It's a beautiful place to practice.
Now, if you want to stay indoors and shopping is on your mind, the Renaissance Center in downtown Detroit is full of stores to get lost in, from men's clothing to women's boutiques and everything in between. And they've got 4 screens which show first-run movies, all in a contemporary and ultra-comfy setting. Some of my favorite things to do on a cold winter's day is to spend some time inside one of our uniquely Detroit museums and attractions. Like Pewabic Pottery, it's the perfect place to get that Detroit vibe, and don't forget to take home a little piece of Detroit.
You'll see
see that we actually use historic equipment to make our own clay. We make our own glazes, and our artists use very, very much of the handcrafted technique that our founder, Mary Chase Perry Stratton, founded 101 years ago. This is a wonderful place to come and see what professional ceramic artists do for a living. It's a real nice snapshot on there.
Teresa, this is beautiful. I love the color scheme.
Isn't it great?
You know, question, can you, besides being a work of art, it looks like you could actually use this.
Oh yes, much of what we sell is functional. This is meant to be used. It feels good in your hand.
Yeah.
You know, and look, she even has it designed in such a way so that you can hold your thumb there, and it feels
it's
very
comfortable. Yes.
Exactly. Again, see, here's a beautiful crystalline glaze.
Yeah. No, so
and this
area,
is functional. This is all functional.
And this area changes then?
Absolutely. We restock our artists' work, gosh, probably every 2 months. So there's always something new to come and see. Yes.
Now, Detroiters love history, whether you're talking about the auto industry, art, culture, science, politics, or engineering. We've got museums and attractions that cover it all and make for a great educational as well as fun way for you and the family to get out and explore. One of my favorite exhibits is the Heroes of the Sky exhibit at the Henry Ford.
Said you wanted to walk on the wing of a plane.
Yeah, I do. I'm
Here
game.
you go, right here.
Oh.
Nice and close to the pilot, so you're all
the
safe.
wind.
And you've got the wind in your hair.
Oh, this is
And you can lean out a little bit. Let go of the... You've got this down pat.
As long as you're strapped on.
All right. Should we see what else is in store for us in the exhibit?
Yeah.
Let's go. We're in the inventor zone, and this is where you meet people like the Wright brothers and Igor Sikorsky.
Igor Sikorsky.
Sikorsky is actually a great testament to the spirit of inventors.
Oh, okay.
It took him 30 years to perfect his aircraft, his helicopter. After trying multiple different ways, it was a success.
So now, if you want to stay on the science track, you've got to head on over to the Cranbrook Institute of Science.
It's an Institute of Science. We take the scientific approach to studying those things, and we help you not only understand it, we actually help you do it. We have a lot of material that's a great deal of fun for children and their parents and their friends to come, because they can look at it, they can see different things, and they can talk about it. And that's part of the excitement of a museum, is where you get to have that sort of social discussion about the objects you see. The entire area would probably be about 45,000 square feet. But of course it's laid out in circles and paths and patterns, and you can double back and forth on it. So just to see what we've got, if they didn't even want to take an opportunity to go in and see live bats, or to watch one of the most exciting planetarium shows, or to go down and see some of our always changing, exciting exhibits brought from all over the world, they probably would need to devote about an hour and a half to it.
Of course, history includes some of the worst in human behaviors, but the worst of these can hopefully inspire and teach us to never allow these atrocities to happen again. The Holocaust Memorial Center in Farmington provides a deeply moving experience, and it's a super important museum to visit.
When the war was brought to a close and the liberators came into the camps with the media and photographs, the world could no longer deny what was going on.
So this is again showing the liberation.
What the liberators found when they came into the camps.
So when we leave the abyss, we're
walking up out of the darkness towards this memorial flame, which we like to think of as a symbol of hope.
Well, Donna, this is again a very powerful ending. The numbers of murdered Jews in each country, it's mind-boggling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, Donna, thank you. Thank you. Very enlightening look.
Come again.
I will.
These are just a few suggestions on ways to spend a cold winter's day in the D, but the main thing is to think of the D as a great playground regardless of the weather. So bundle up, get on out there and discover all the D has to offer.
It's everywhere you look and everything you see. A
conscience so complete, a heritage so deep, and no one can resist when Smokey sings. And so we're letting you know, now get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here.
There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Wander the sparkling holiday walk at Meadowbrook Hall, and the Wayne County Light Fest lights up Pines Drive. Enjoy merry and bright nights at the Etzel and Elner Ford House, then step into a Christmas card from the past at Greenfield Village. The pub crawl, known as SantaCon, brings holiday cheer to Royal Oak, and the Fisher kicks off Christmas in style. Gather for a night in the town to laugh and sing at City Theater, and the DSO takes you home for the holidays. The classic Nutcracker Ballet enchants holiday audiences, then the musical comedy Elf warms hearts, both at the Fox. Ford Field hosts the College Football Quick Lane Bowl. Then take the kids for some unique indoor fun. Squeeze in your last 5K of the year at the Family Fun Run. Then ring in the new year with the Kids Drop and the D-Drop. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT.
I'm Melissa. I'm from Livonia. I found a lot of great energy and excitement in the arts community going on in the city right now. The DIA and MOCAD.
Hi, my name's Brian, and I live in Milford. And one of the great things about the D is all the surrounding communities. One that I really love to visit is Rochester. They have a great downtown.
Hey, are you looking for another great reason to boast about Metro Detroit? Well, get this. Park West Gallery in Southfield is the world's largest distributor of original artwork. They've got new collections being mounted continuously, and they have over 1,000 works filling the gallery. These works here belong to Andrew Bone, and he used to be a safari guide, and his theory is if you haven't been chased by it, you shouldn't paint it. And no, these are not photographs here. These are the unbelievable works of Scott Jacobs. Now here we have an entire wall dedicated to the artwork of Peter Max. Now he was a visionary pop artist in the 1960s who evolved to become a master of neo-expressionism, and his vibrant colors have become a part of contemporary American culture. For instance, the NBC Peacock logo, that redesign is Peter Max's. He's been the artist for 5 Super Bowls, the NFL. Look at his colors, they're just so vibrant. This place is huge, and there's so much art here. And to tell me all about it, I'm gonna go meet up with Morris Shapiro for my own private tour.
Park West is kind of an interesting business. I think it's unique in the art world in the sense that we have sort of a different philosophy in bringing art to people. And it was founded by a man named Albert Scaglione, and Albert still runs the company as the CEO. And he began to put art collections together and take them around to different locations and auction them. We were asked by a cruise line to begin to do auctions on cruise ships. And now we operate on 8 different cruise lines. On over 80 ships. And one of the things that we try and do also is to bring people a broad range and a wide variety of works of art. So we have things that span the whole range of time, and we have things which are, you know, under $100 to things that are around $1 million. So we give people that choice to really see everything, make the right decision for them, give them proper information, and that's really what's most important. So why don't we go on a tour?
I would love to. Well, so this place is huge. How large is it?
Well, the entire building is 63,000 square feet, but the gallery area is about 15,000 square feet that we're walking in now.
Well, so how many galleries are there actually then?
Well, we have 23 exhibition spaces,
Okay.
and we're open 7 days a week. I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk a little bit about this artist. His name is Marcus Glenn, and Marcus actually lives in Southfield. He's
he's
right
local.
lives right on the corner.
It's like 3D-ish.
Yeah, he calls his work flat life. He says because life is flat, but his work goes beyond being flat and goes into another dimension. So here we're in one of our galleries that features old masters, masterworks. We're very proud of our masters collection, and this is one of the areas that I get most enthusiastic about. These are our works by Renoir. Renoir was of course a great painter, but he experimented briefly in the graphic arts, and here are 3 graphic works by him, 2 lithographs and an etching. Here's a whole selection of Rembrandt etchings. Rembrandt, of course, was the greatest etcher of all time. He made paintings for his financial needs, but he made etchings because he loved them. This is where his greatest creativity and spontaneity is found. Here's one of my favorite artists. This is Albrecht Dürer. Oh. And Albrecht Dürer is, in my mind, probably the most amazing artist in terms of his technical virtuosity. This is a woodcut, and it comes from the Large Passion, and this particular example was printed in the year 1511.
Oh my goodness.
1511, yes. The woodcut is done by carving away all the negative space. So everywhere the white of the paper exists, the wood was cut away and removed. If you can imagine,
I can't.
Oh
my
like
goodness, that is just
really
exactly.
Any museum would love to have it.
Yeah.
And when you collect that piece, you never really own it.
Yeah.
It just stays in your collection. You're the caretaker for the rest of your life.
There you go, the caretaker, and then exactly.
You have that responsibility.
Yeah.
And we're passing through a small corridor here in the gallery that features the work of Marc Chagall. Marc Chagall was, in my mind, the epic poet of 20th century art. And this is Itzhak Tarkai. Tarkai is a very interesting artist. He's from Israel, and he came very late in his life to being an artist in his 50s. Yeah. And he's become really one of the most famous artists in the world today, known for his beautiful figurative imagery. Another interesting collection we're very proud of is the Destino collection. And Destino was a film that was conceived by Salvador Dali and Walt Disney in the 1940s. Wow. And Park West is the exclusive representative of the artwork that's been created for collectors from the film. So you're looking at one of the suites right here of the storyboards and paintings that Dali made in preparation for the film.
Wow,
it's really, really cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
So you've got another Detroit artist in here too, correct?
We do. This would be Dominic Pangborn.
From Pangborn Design?
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. We're Dominic's dealer and publisher of his graphic works. Right over here we have an artist who, in my opinion, is probably the most important living artist in the world today. And his name is Yaakov Agam. And the viewer and the artist have to co-mingle to create the work. And he's been known since that, as the father of what's called kinetic art. If you take a look at this work from the side, you're probably seeing like a circular element there, right? Now as I take it around, very, very slowly, you're seeing these transformations. And to the other side, you'll see that same circular image, but in a lighter or darker format. The work is called Moon Noon, so it's talking about the transformation of a whole day.
But some of these other ones are...
Well, these are also interactive. These are called agamagraphs, where they change and move. This is what he calls a multigraph, and here you can actually come up, you're encouraged to come up and move this sliding grill. And you see what happens as I change it, where the work is just, transforming and becoming something new. Wow. You can change it every day if you like, right?
And this room is the Picasso room.
Yes.
Wow.
Very special room. For us at Park West, we have an amazing Picasso collection. I think he was like Mozart. You know how Mozart wrote symphonies when he was a child? That's the kind of genius Picasso was. He was protean, in my opinion. He was just like a man who changed everything, because everybody has to go through Picasso to understand art in the world today.
Well, Morris, thank you so much for showing me around.
Oh, thank you, Veronica. Thanks so much for coming down and having your viewers enjoy Park West.
Yes, and it was wonderful, and as you've seen, they have everything here, from the old world masters right on up to today's contemporary artists, some even from Detroit, all right here in Southfield at the Park West Gallery.
Things are happening in Detroit that are going to reinvent the American city. Those of us who have been here a long time can tell you that it's never been more vibrant.
And it really represents the future, what the future can be and what the future is becoming.
Let's start at 5 a.m. We have joggers that are running through our state park, that are running on the riverfront.
I kind of like that Detroit has its own vibe right now. Like, it's awesome to be Chicago and it's awesome to be New York, but we kind of have like this underdog thing going on.
Visitors come in from out of town and they absolutely adore the city of Detroit.
When they get here, what they see is different than what they've come to expect.
I've been all over the country, and downtown Detroit is as safe as anywhere I've been.
DIA, the Cultural Center.
We have a farmer's market.
It's easy to get from here to Campus Martius to Greektown, just walk all over the place.
The Fox Theater, the DAC.
There is so much to do in this city, and it's not like every other city.
You gotta see it to believe it. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D.
To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Hang on, I gotta figure out how to turn it. Always something happening here. You never know what. Hang on. Oh, how's that? Is that better? Keep watching it. Thank you.
Does that happen often?
No, never.
What I want to do, even to get more direct.